All right. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the stream. If you didn't catch the last one, we're going to be doing... I guess it's not necessarily 3D modeling, but it's involved with it. We're going to be making a BRB screen for stream, so I can throw that up if I need to, I don't know, get snacks or something in stream. First of all, how's everybody doing? What's up, Meglet? What's up, Prehistoric Lover? Welcome to the stream. I'm gonna boot up Blender real quick while everybody gets piled in. Great. Good to hear it. Bone Lab music? Yep. Good old Bone Labs. Let me go... BRB screen. I think I had it prepared beforehand. Yeah, there we go. Doing good. Hello. Hooray. Glad to hear it. You taking suggestions? Not right now. I mean, I'm open to collaboration. If anybody's got little ideas for this, then I'm open to hearing them. But we're going to be making a little campfire scene with all the Mackenzie characters so that I have something if I need to throw up a BRB screen. Yeah, I got the Bone Lab music going specifically because everybody heard... Let me actually get up the screen now so it's not just regular. There we go. Has everybody heard the... the news from Valve? That they're doing a, little hardware lineup. They got the... Oh, I got a super chat. $2 says Glooby, thank you. You get that little like and a heart. Hooray. But yeah, they're doing the whole console war thing now, which is kind of crazy. Didn't expect that, but it is what it is. I hope it turns out to be like decent, because most of their stuff is like Linux based, which I don't use Linux much, but I definitely would prefer that it becomes popular over Windows, so hopefully that does well. As you can see, we have giant characters. Their proportions are all out of whack because I made these before I considered that maybe I should standardize the sizing of them, but it's alright, we'll just adjust it on the fly. Ain't too big of an issue. Let's get them all in the line first. Hold on. 180. Go. The first time seeing a live stream of yours, how does this work? Basically, I'm just going to be making a little Blender scene of the characters. Right now we're doing it for a BRB screen. So they're all going to be chilling by a campfire. At least that's the idea that I came up with, so if it evolves from there, we'll see. Honestly, she could be a little bigger. What's up, Megla? Not much. What do you mean console war? I mean, I guess the console war has been dead for God knows how long. You kind of just buy whatever you buy, either Xbox or PlayStation, but they made a little cube thing that's kind of a PC, but kind of a computer, so that's gonna be interesting. Also, look, we get a good look at shredded Lila. Let me make sure lighting's all correct so that you can actually see it. I need to give it a second to compute. Since we got Belle from a few streams ago, maybe someone else can make another stream mascot. That could be cool. Alright, it's gonna take a second to render its kernels. Whatever that means. I just know it means it needs to do things that make renders happen. They have Valve, they got a controller now, they got a little mini cube console, they made the Gabe Cube, they got a VR headset, which, I'm not gonna lie, that choice kind of confuses me, because I feel like PC VR, not gonna lie, has been kind of a little barren since like at least 2022, so it's been a couple years that not much has really happened with PC VR, so it's an interesting choice, but I don't know. Which makes me think hopefully they're going to release another game, but it's also Valve, you can't really predict what they're going to do. People have been thinking Half-Life 3's coming for the past like 15 years or however long. Have you ever made a game? Because I'm trying to make one. I have not. I don't even know the basics of coding. I know enough about coding to make fun of what you call them, yandere dev. That's all that I know about coding. I don't know anything else. Also, was it the Hellfawn that killed Lila? I won't tell. I'm not gonna spoil. Boy, these render kernels are taking forever. Mackenzie's Learning Lodge game would be so freaking cool. Yeah, I'd love to eventually make one. If I ever do get into coding, which I'm sure I'll pick it up at some point. That's probably gonna be a first project idea. Now you see why these videos take so long. Do you see this? Do you see how long this is taking to just get into a renderable state? Good lord. So, how's everybody doing? What y'all gotten up to while we wait for this? Have a character idea for your series. It's basically a bear with like snow glasses, has a snowboard on his back, and has really sharp teeth. Super cool. Let's go gambling. Yeah. Alright, this is gonna take forever. Can I just go back to viewport shading? Oh no. Oh, okay, cool, I can. Alright, we'll do that at the end. For now, we're gonna live. Rotate 180. Bring it backwards. Line him up. He's too small. We need to scale him up. Yeah, there we go. That's about right. Gauge is also about right, maybe a little bigger. Put him over here. Just have everything clear, and I don't know what Opal's doing all the way back there. I think I have like an animation timeline set up for her already. Hold on. Let's... Yep. That's what it is. Alright, delete all that. And then there we go. Look at that absolute unit. We'll put her over there. Lovely. Look, it's the whole gang, guys! As I'm watching the stream of 3D modeling, well, hell yeah. Love to see it. Are you reaching the end of Mackenzie's Learning Lodge? We're getting close to it. We have... Because we've done videos for Gage and Opal, Wolfgang and Richard. Last one we did was for Lila. Which maybe these render kernels want to render now. We'll see. Oh, looks like they're rendered. Yeah, there we go. Which, as you can see, she's all scrapped up. Let me hide this, and we'll give it a proper, like, sunlight. Light... Sun. And make it, like, 10 times stronger. There we go. That's not quite how I want it angled. There we go. Look at her. She's so beautiful. I don't know why her eyes aren't there. That shouldn't be the case. I mean, it's fine. Probably doesn't have eyes anymore now that the end of the last video happened, but you know, it is what it is. Gage suffocating near the campfire since he needs water to breathe. Yeah. He's just kind of there, sitting on his side. Maybe he's roped up, you know? Like in the training video. Let's bring this all back. Alright. So we want to get a little fire pit going first. So we need to make the ground and subdivide that a bunch of times. Definitely more than 10. Let's do it like 50. No, even more. Or, yeah, let's do it like 100. 100! Lovely. That should do it. That should be decent enough. Kenzie's gonna be the final boss, isn't she? Debatable. It is her lodge, yeah. She's definitely not gonna be weak at all. So, there's that. What made you want to make Mackenzie's Learning Lodge? I watched the FNAF movie and thought to myself, I didn't quite like that. I'm gonna make my own thing now. And then I made my own thing. And that's how we're here. Sculpting. That's all my paid brushes. I don't need those. I just want regular for now. Alright. We'll make little hills around them. It's gonna be a pretty dark scene, so you don't need to see too far off in the distance. Where do we want the camera to be? It'll be over there. So we'll just make everything around it kind of hilly. I need to make this a way smaller brush. There we go. Just a little corner of the woods. Yeah, there we go. Smooth it out a little bit. And then make a smaller brush. Unsmooth it. By just roughing it up a little. And then one more smooth, but just barely. Lovely. And that's it. We got mountains in like no time. I'm making Foxy now in Blender. Hell yeah. I gotta do some redesigns of FNAF characters sometime again. Those are fun. So let's make a little fire pit in the center. Just a little rough, nothing too crazy. Alright, and then we can dip down the rest of this side. Almost be like a little cliffside. There we go. That looks pretty good. Maybe we don't make it as sheer immediately. So let's flatten that out a bit. Honestly, the more tweaking that you do with a rocky floor, the better. Because it's, you know, if you press undo a bunch, that's going to be like, oh, well, now it's just kind of flat again. So you just gotta roll with it and then smooth it out and then make more changes and then smooth it out and then do it again. And there you go. Now it looks more like actual rocks. Belle hitting the tweaker pose. She's really hitting that Golden Freddy pose, bro. She's trying to be him. The scenery, there should be some mountains and some snow happening, and Lila's like sitting on the rock. True. So what I'm thinking, we're not going to do all of the work in Blender. A lot of it's probably also going to be like special effects post-processing stuff. So I'm thinking we just need the dark bit. Which, hold on, I need to get rid of these cameras. Let's get our camera set up proper. If we just get the bit of them in the dark, there we go. Now let's zoom that out just a little bit. Yeah, if we just get them in the dark around the campfire, then I can make the background in like Krita or something. Even though I'm not great at drawing, I should be able to make some mountains. And then slap a moon in the sky, and then add some little snow effects over it and stuff. Some BRB text, and that should be good. But first we gotta do all the modeling stuff, so let's get that done before we get too excited. What is he modeling? We're modeling a little campfire area. So right now I'm just making the actual land itself. Let's shade it smooth. I'll add a material to it later. This will be our camera viewport, so that we can kind of see what it's going to look like before it's done. Alright. That's pretty good. It's not a bad start. Can you tell us the thing that'll happen in the next episode? Bo will be there. Next one's going to be Bo's. Belle has Helfon levels of avoiding doing things. Don't expect a lot of her since she's probably high. Yeah, that's true. She's you know, loaded up on edibles watching Adventure Time. Okay, she doesn't have much what she's doing besides just sitting by the fire. Which, by the way, I've been rewatching Adventure Time recently because I wanted to watch that. I think it's the Fiona and Cake show. I don't know if it's literally called that or not. But I wanted to watch that, and so I knew I had to watch Adventure Time first, give it a rewatch. which I thought would be more intimidating considering just how many episodes of Adventure Time there are, but it's actually not been that bad. I'm already like halfway through the series. It's been a pretty fun time. I don't know how they fit so much plot in like a 10-minute slot, but they do it well. We'll just have her in a corner like eating garbage or something. She's gone a bit feral since she got her face scraped in half. But remember that he can crush human skulls with his mouth and become evil? Yeah. Can't quite trust him, but he's also a big fan of gift giving, so there's that. We'll probably have him right about over here. Bring you back here. You're gonna be tweaking over in the corner. Gage, I'm probably gonna have to like set Gage up the least, I'd imagine. Literally have a drive full of models for my game. Yeah, I just have the way I have it set up, I literally just have an entire, like, I think it's literally 3 terabyte drive that I just put all my Blender stuff on so that I never run out of space and am always set up for success. Put him over here by... Oh. Right, now we gotta get an actual campfire so I have something to set him around. Let's make a log! Oh boy! It's riveting stuff. Alright. Actually, I think we can just... Yeah, there we go. Now we can just focus on nothing but this log. I have a theory that the Hellfawn will suck up all the animatronics into one, and it has a big deer head with red eyes. Interesting theory. Will we ever see the purple guy at Mackenzie's Learning Lodge? I don't plan to show him much, but I'll never say never. Plans could change. Alright, inset. And I think Alt-E... Manifold, right? Yeah. That's a little pro tip for you. If you want to extrude something, like, kind of inward, and you don't want to have to, like, press extrude and then scale it down, just press Alt-E. You got all these interesting options. Like, you can go along normals. You do it manifold if you wanted to go in. That's just a little hot tip. Alright, now we need to make it kind of loggy. Log-shaped. Random. Random is our friend. Yeah. Only a little bit. Let's do it a lot, and then we'll just kind of smooth it out. Smooth. There we go. Shade smooth. That looks kind of like a log. Hold on, let's fix this end though. Shift E. There we go. We're doing good. Alright. Now that's a log. Oh wait, no, we don't want to sharpen it. Wait, I'm stupid. Hold on. Ignore that. I was wrong. Edge. Mark sharp. There we go. Now it's like a log. Kinda. We should add some splintering, actually. Hold on. This one will do. We don't want random. Sharp. Let's do this same thing on multiple sides. Make it more loggy, less uniform. Grab this one. Oh, that's the wrong way. There we go. Lovely. Michael, I have a question. What's your question? Give me it. When rigging your models, have you ever tried Rigify? That's what I use for modeling for me. It makes everything go a lot faster. I used to not do Rigify, but now I definitely do. It's one of those things where, like... Oh wow, my preview's way behind. Hold on, let me fix that. There we go. It's one of those things where I didn't used to do Rigify. And I'd like to say it was for a smart reason, but it's because I was dumb and I didn't know it was a good tool. But I do recommend trying to rig a character without Rigify if you haven't before, because it teaches you a lot about how rigging works. And so now that I've already done it without Rigify, once I go to use Rigify, I'm like, oh, that's what that is, and makes it a lot easier to like tweak it. All right, we just need to get a little TP going, or I don't know if you'd call it a TP, but like a little log cone shape. We need a couple base logs. That's what we need. Rotate X 90. G Z. Lovely. Has there been any scrapped animatronics? There have not. There's only been, I will say the only thing, there haven't been any scrapped animatronics, but there have been animatronics that I didn't have in the series previously, but that ended up allowing me to explain something, so I added them. And you kind of saw a bit of that in the last video. I don't know if I technically call it its own thing, but it's kind of its own thing in a sense. So, you know, do it that way you will. Theory craft away. Y, rotate on the Z. Let's make this one a little inline. Doesn't have to be a crazy good fire, just has to kind of get the idea across. There we go. Alright, how does that look in the main camera? Let's hide all that. That looks pretty decent. Let's move it back a little bit, actually. It's not flipping. There we go. Have you ever made the original cast of FNAF and see how it looks? I haven't done that. I plan to do that as like a little exercise in the future at some point, but I have yet to do that. I used to do Rig without Rigify 2 and used IK Bones and all that for image renders. Now when I use Rigify, it's more for animation since it makes it easier to use the NLA. Yeah, it's definitely smarter to use Rigify. I did it the dumb way to start out, but it's good to learn without Rigify so that once you start using it, it's like, oh, okay, this makes sense. It clicks. All right, we need to add some stones now. Some stones. I forget, isn't there like a... There's like some modifier you can do that makes the stones, or that can make decent looking pebbles. We'll just do it the manual way. Manual way never hurt nobody. Subdivision surface. Let's do it a couple times. Doesn't need to be anything crazy. Actually, let's make it more square-ish. Honestly, I want all sides to be a little more squarish. Scale it down to the Z. It's gonna be a little more like a cartoon fire pit. I didn't want to do that. There we go. Cozy yellow campfire. Hell yeah. Alright, sheet smooth. Sculpting. I'm gonna morph you around a little bit. Let's make it additive now. I don't think I have enough resolution. Subdivide again. Oh wait, I'm stupid. I know why it's not doing it. Just, I didn't apply the thing. There we go. Now it's gonna rock. See what I did there? It's rock and it's gonna be rock. Yeah, I'm basically like the master of puns. I'm basically pretty freaking epic. Alright. It's looking a little jaggy. Hold on, let's subdivide it one more time. There we go. And then maybe sculpting this. Yeah, there we go. That's the detail we wanted. And then we can smooth it out a bit after. I need to... Hold on. There we go. That's a lot easier. Love making rocks. Flatten out the bottom so it's a little less odd looking. There we go. It's a rock. It's not just a boulder. That was way too smoothing. It's a rock. Nice. Alrighty. Might make some evil concepts, but I'm gonna eat first. I'm hungry. Sounds like a plan. It's a wolf and crow having Polybius arcade shelves and shark and orca being in the back rooms. That's up for you to figure out. I give that answer a lot, but it's only because it's true. Curve, circle. Bring that down. Rotate it. X, and then Y, and then X again, and then Y again, and then bring it up. Alrighty. Array. Fit curve. That one. That's not... You're not doing it right. Hold on. Object offset? What am I forgetting? I'm forgetting a step here. I know I am. Make Foxy, it looks rad. Hell yeah. There should be a computer buddy in the series, maybe? Like a little helpy. I know there's like an extra step to this, but it's a dumb one. Am I... Displace? Simple deform. Maybe that'll do it. No. It's some kind of deform. Deform. That's not that place. Mesh deform? That's not what I wanted to do. And whatever. I give up. It's easier to just duplicate. I think you put an empty point to spin it. I don't know. I'm just gonna do it the classic way. That's not... Why am I grabbing bow? What is happening? There we go. Grab, 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 grab. Cool. Oh, what? It's not centered? That's weird. Okay, hold on. Wait a minute. This could be a problem. Set origin to geometry. There we go. Actually, yeah, let's make it a little tighter. Even if there is clipping, it doesn't matter too much for our purposes. I'm not grabbing bow. Why does it think I'm grabbing bow? I'm very visibly not grabbing him. There we go. Rotate. Oh my god, okay. I don't know what the program thinks is happening, but it is not like that. What? I love Blender, but sometimes I don't understand. I don't comprehend. Learning a lot behind the scenes, for sure. Let's rotate it this way a little. Let's give them all a little bit of random rotation. Okay, bow. I'm mad at you. You're no longer selectable. I've taken away your selection privileges. He's going in the corner. Till I'm ready to pose him. Alrighty. Got some good variation here. And the back ones you're not really going to see, so I'll just give them a little rotation and call it there. Alright, it's looking good. Now we have a campfire. It's a colorless campfire. So it just kind of looks like, yeah. Looks not great, but we're doing good. Alright, cool. Hold on. Put user in timeout for 24 hours. See you never. Don't know what that was for. And then report for... There really isn't some for spam? That's crazy. Well, I'll just ban you then. Hide user on this channel. This user's messages and cool. Back to this. Let's make rocks look like rocks now. Gray. That's good. Actually, let's do material preview. And back. Welcome back. You missed someone spamming. It was funny for 0.2 picoseconds. And then it wasn't. Material, let's call it rocks. I didn't want it to be all caps, but that's alright. Okay, actually it's taken a second to figure everything out. I'm gonna give it a second. Wait, why are we going gambling in the corner? Honestly, I don't even remember where it started. Like which stream. I just know that at some point Cryphobia had the idea of gambling, and we just kind of took it as like a religion here. I don't know. Point being, gambling is it's a sacred art in this stream. Taking a minute to cache everything. That's okay, I got time. Gage be poking his head out of a hole in the ground. He could be hiding in like a bush or something. That'd be kind of funny. I would chortle. I would grab my sides and go ho ho ho. Very funny. Alright, is it all set? It's kind of lagging. I don't know if it's all set. Oh, it's because I wasn't in there. Alright, cool. It is set. Just dumb. Hold on, I need to... Cycles, EV, ray tracing off. Cool. That makes it just look a little better when I'm working with it. Alright. There would be a Mackenzie's Learning Lodge song or music video? Probably not. I think someone made a Mackenzie's Learning Lodge band song, though. It was actually pretty good. You should go check it out after stream. Alright, not all caps rock, just regular rock. Let's go to shading. Alright, where... Call of Duty? I don't want Call of Duty. Get out of here. Okay. Make it look like actual shading. Go to this. I forgot I turned the selection view off. It's lagging. Oh no. Okay, cool. I'm gonna save real quick, just in case it crashes. You never know. I was gonna say mods banish him to the Shadow Realm, but you did the joke for me. Yeah. It only took half a picosecond, and suddenly now they can't comment on anywhere, really. I'm assuming it's a bot, though. Who made the song, the fan song? I mean, I don't remember. Hold on. It was a while ago, actually. It was really early on in my YouTube career. I didn't want to do that. I'll look it up after this, see if I can. Give him a little promotion. Roughness. Okay, we actually, hold on. We want to make it bumpy first. Bump. Normal. Noise, texture, factor, nope, height. There we go. Alright, cool. Scale, wait. Okay, that's what it is. Roughness, we don't want it to be rough pretty much at all. Bump the detail up. That's looking pretty rocky, but not rocky enough for me. Because I'm picky. That, I didn't want to duplicate both of those. Just the bump. We need a silly seal in the series. It's true. Maybe after I make Mackenzie's, I have a lot of like aquatic horror stuff that I want to make, so there might be a little funny seal in one of those. So why not? Ocean's scary, but it could also be, it can be home to a couple little goobers too. Thrown away. That's what you like to see. This be Mackenzie's Learning Lodge game on Roblox. I concur. Never really played Roblox though. I recently got into Fortnite after like I haven't played the game since 2017, I think. Or no, not 2017. When did they do Thanos? That time. I haven't played since then. But I tried it a couple times since, and it's alright. It's a very okay game. By the way, unrelated, have you seen the game Dispatch? Looks fun. I've heard rumblings of it. I don't know much about it other than that, like, Moist Critical and Jacksepticeye are in it. If I'm thinking of the right game, that is. And that's kind of like a Telltale thing. Other than that, I have zero clue what's up with it. Distance, let's bring that down. And make this a little more detailed. How's that looking? Rendered view. That looks like a stone. A little nice cartoon stone. I can live with it. Alright. Which means I'm going to copy it to all of them. Copy to selected. That should do the trick. Right. It didn't. That's cool. I didn't want it to do that anyway. Rock. I feel like that copying to selected should just do that. I don't know why it wouldn't. Copy to select. I don't know why that wouldn't do that. Maybe I have to like add a new thing for each one of them. That'd be a little annoying, but whatever. New, 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 and new. Select them all. And copy selected. Still didn't work. Alright, whatever. I'll just... Rock. 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 Boulder Rock. I eat rocks for breakfast. What's going on in the chat? It looks like it's getting glamorous. Put shiny shades if you're a die-hard Mackenzie's Learning Lodge. Hell yeah. I'd love to see it. I know how to do it. How do you do it? I'm almost done, but tell me so that I can feel like a bozo for not doing it the correct way. We love Rock. It's Dwayne The Rock Johnson. I didn't hire him for Mackenzie's Learning Lodge because if I did, you'd know that he can't die. And there'd be no suspense. Must turn Mackenzie's into a rock. It's not just a boulder. It's a rock. Alright, that's looking pretty all right. I might tune down the intensity of the rockiness of the rocks, but we'll see. Didn't we already listen to this song? Or no, we listened to Aquatic Mind. I'm gonna skip it anyway. Because I'm just silly like that. Let's bring that one up. Alright, cool. Now we need wood. Wood. Let's make it kind of brownish, but also dark brownish. Doesn't need to look too good. It's gonna be engulfed in flames, so I'm probably not gonna worry too much about how it looks, but you know, it'll be fine just as kind of brown and rough, and then some noise. Noise texture. Normal. Bump. Bump into height, distance to 1. Why does it look shiny? It shouldn't look shiny. Does it look shiny in this? It might be because it's too strong. Yeah, it does. Let me turn down the distance then. Yeah, there we go. That'll do it. Just some light woody patterns. Alright, let's see. We select all the blank objects and select the one on the texture. Click the object that is near and add click link / transfer data and click link. Okay, gotcha. Oh, hey, we have an opportunity to test it here. So you select all the blank objects and select the one with the texture. Click the object that is near and add blank. Here, wait. Click link / transfer data. Click link materials. I feel like I know what you're talking about, but I'm losing myself in the menus. Rock and wood are best combos. Hell yeah. It's where you get the mesh. Oh, okay. I'm doing this wrong. Is it data? Ah, wait. Nope. Color attribute. Object? Convert to snap, parent, moved collection. I'm lost. This is the first time I've seen Megla Pretty Nice Guy ban someone. Yeah, I mean, it's... come in and just spam, I have diarrhea. Like, if you just do that, then like, okay, yeah, that's... you're probably gonna get a ban. I did another time when someone just came in and was like, at every other sentence, they were making a joke about, like, George Floyd for some reason, which, like... I don't know who is still obsessed with George Floyd in 2025, but it does not speak well to their character. So I just banned them immediately. Whatever, I'll just put wood on. Wait, I have 2 woods. I already have a pre-made wood. Well, that doesn't really work for what we're doing, so I'll just do the one I just made now. Wood. Wood. There we go. Is that animatronic who's next to the gambling gif on your stream? That's Belle the Bat! And she used to work at a disco roller skating rink. Then she got old and died, kinda. Now she just sits there. Sometimes Control J the objects to make texture one, and then all the textures, and then separate them back. Oh, that's actually kind of smart. It's near the button Add. So if I press Shift A, I don't know. I'll figure it out. Dang, top left, bruh. I don't know. I'll figure it out on another day. That workaround does seem to be a good idea, though, just joining them all. It says it there. Well, frankly, I'm blind. The issue is there's a million gizmos and gadgets all over Blender, and you know what you're looking at. I don't know what you're looking at. And you get how it is. You understand. All right, now we gotta make the surrounding area. I don't think I want it to be rock. I want it to be kind of dirt. So we'll make dirt. The 3 ingredients of life: rock, wood, and dirt. There's nothing else. No other essential liquidy components. You don't need anything else. Literally nothing else. Noise texture. See the world object mode? Yes. Oh, wait, is it? Hold on. So, object mode. Assuming select. Select linked. Object data? That would be selecting it if it's already there. Object. Modifiers, parent relations. Make instant. Transform, set origin, duplicate linked. Duplicate the selected object, but not their object data, and move them. I don't know. I'll figure it out later. It's fine. It's fine. I don't need to learn it right now. I'll just Google it later and feel like an idiot for not seeing it immediately. For now, let's make dirt. Love me some dirt. Delicious, tasty dirt. Let's make it a little smaller. Color ramp. You passed it? I probably did. It's fine. It's fine. We'll move on. I'll figure it out later. I appreciate the help, though. Let's make it brownish and rough and add bumpiness. Normal. Noise. Do I want to link it directly to that? Make that 1. Okay, make that more than... Is it not? Oh, wait, I'm stupid. That's usually the answer, because I'm stupid. Whatever, I'll tell you maybe soon. Yeah, it's alright. It's alright. Alright, that kind of looks a little bit like dirt. It's kind of low-res dirt. Let's bump that detail up. See how that looks in light. Doesn't have to look great. We're not going to see 90% of this once I set up the light proper, but it just has to look passably like dirt. Maybe we add a little valley here. Okay, what is this one? Alright, cool. So then instead of green, we want to make that more like saturated dirt. There we go. That looks a little more saturated. Makes it look a little patchy. Scale it down. Bump the distance up. Just a little bit. 1.2 should be fine. I can adjust it later if I need to. And that kind of looks like dirt. Again, we're not going to see most of this once it's actually lit properly. We'll say your computer's good because whenever I run an animation, it's suffering. Yeah, my computer's good in pretty much every compartment other than the CPU. So if I were to like do like this sculpting stuff, that slows down to a crawl if I try to do that like at all. Which is unfortunate because it's my favorite workflow, but maybe I'll upgrade my CPU eventually. Got to do it sometime at some point anyway, so. Alright, let's see how this looks when it's dark, but has fire. Or fake fire, anyway. No world light, and where's the sun? Sorry guys, I have to delete the sun. Don't panic, it's gone, but I'll put it back when I'm done, okay? I just have to, like, nuke the entire sun real quick. Jeezy. Light. What the oh, I thought that was... Okay, that was interesting for a second. That's not quite what we want. Ooh, that's freaky. Hello, Mackenzie. What are you plotting? What are you scheming? God, lighting really does change everything. The difference between the horror of this and this, astronomical. If any of you are working in 3D or anything to do with lighting and horror, just letting you know, you gotta make sure your lighting's right, because if your lighting's right, it's peak. Do you plan on doing a fire simulation? Probably not, but we'll see. I'm thinking of just making an emission, like, simple little cartoon fire thing, and then working from there. For now, I just want to see what the light's gonna look like. Radius, let's bump that up. Alright, let's set this to like, that's like 1,000. And then make it orange-ish. Alright, how does that look in camera? That don't look too bad. Increase the light. Yeah, we're tweaking the light values here. Set to like 2,000, maybe 2,500. Yeah, no, 2,000 is a bit too strong. I don't want it to be that strong. This is gonna be just like a backup light, so we'll make this one like, we'll just make it 1,000 for now. We'll make it a little more orangish yellow. All right, and then now we add our fire. What should I make into a fire? Let's work with a cylinder. Cylinder should be good. All right. Lighting's good. Thank you, thank you. All right. Now we have to make a physical little fire. Although I could do a fire simulation. Nah, simulations. Sometimes I like doing simulations, but a lot of the time, whenever I do simulations, it's just like, okay, I have to tweak a bunch of variables over and over again, and it turns into a whole headache. See, I want this to be light, a light little string. All right, done. Doesn't that look like fire? You know, your famous cone fires. Sometimes the universe's render engine just gets a little soft on you. Okay, there we go. That looks a little more like cartoony fire. Who's your most subscriber? I don't know. Didn't 8-Bit Ryan? I think he subscribed on his video. Odds are it would be him, if I had to guess. You can get an image and make it transparent. You're right. Wait a minute, why am I doing this? I'm stupid. I'm not doing everything in Blender. For once. Delete. That'll actually be way smarter. Hold on, yeah. You cooked, thank you. You saved me so much time. So we're just gonna actually get the fire set up to the right strength that we want. I might actually, let's make it, let's duplicate the fire color real quick and then move it up as well. It's gonna kind of be around everything, so if we just move it up, then there we go. That'll be a little more clean, and then this one can be less bright because it just needs to get the logs to make the logs look a little less weird. Okay, that'll look pretty okay. And then I'll put fire over it, and that'll be fine. Now we need to pose. Hey, welcome, Smiley Guy. We missed you. All right. Now, if we just get everyone in position, hold on, we got to get our camera front and center so we can kind of see what everything looks like for the most part. And I'll work in this tiny little viewport. It's so cute. All right. You, Gage. You're the first one. You're gonna be the funniest because you're a fish out of water. He's pogging. That move his eyebrows. Can you tell I made this model early on? Because look at that weight painting. Oh boy. His eyebrows move when I move his jaw, and for some reason, parts of his tail, but whatever. You know what they say, if it works, it works. Oh god. Okay, hold on. You're a little more messed up than I originally thought, buddy. Alright, there we go. Move you there. Flop you on your side. I want... Yeah, there we go. That's better. He's just enjoying it. He just wants to be included. He's like a snowman that loves summer. He doesn't know that he'll melt. Let's rotate this just a little bit. Open up his jaw. Because why not? He's happy. And then flop him down just a little bit. Let's make that individual. Oh, we already have it as individual. Cool. I'll do it kind of there, and then bring it up around here. Cool. Gonna move this up a little bit. Does it make physical sense? No, but it works. Oh. Okay, there we go. I guess we'll just move it all up. Why not? Oh. My web page is out of memory. Reload it. I don't know why Opera does that sometimes. Is our stream still working? Everybody scream fire in the chat if my stream is still working. Because I need to know if I just crashed or not. I know that the First Amendment says you can't scream fire unless there's a fire, but I give you permission this one time. Scream fire. Keep working on Gage while I wait for a response. How does he look rendered? Fire? Alright, cool. Oh god, that's actually kind of terrifying. He looks tormented. This doesn't look like a happy Gage. Okay, how do we solve this lighting issue? Maybe we move him a little back? He's suffocating? Yeah, he is kind of suffering, so it makes sense, but, I don't want him to look like he's just dying. This is supposed to be light and, you know, fun. Let's just move you backwards a bit. Oh god. It's not helping. He just looks like he's dying. Ever try to make a long episode with a story like news reports or lots of characters, voice acting, and others? The longest I've tried to make is a 10-minute long video for the Mackenzie series. Okay, hold on. We need to rethink our approach with Gage. Yeah, maybe we'll just have him chilling. Maybe he doesn't need much more than that. And we'll tilt them a little bit this way and bring them backwards so that the light catches him proper. Although this is 3D and we're allowed to cheat. So actually, let's just... I have an idea. Bring this over here and we'll just bring it way down so that his face is lit up. So you know it's him. When in doubt, just cheat. It's not real. You're allowed to do whatever you want. Alright, so now he's there. At least his head is. We should probably move him. Oh, didn't mean to do that. We should probably move him and his little light a bit more right, though. There we go. And then pose him a little bit more. Make him have a little smile. Then rotate him. Not his actual head, though. Hold on. We're gonna take this out of there so that I can work with it a bit more. Individuals. He just looks like he just saw a ruler, yeah. And we'll just bring his tail on back. He's like curled up, kind of like a cat. Gage is the original catfish. Alright. Is his tail kind of visible now? A little bit. Quickly rotate his head a bit more. Then tweak this. Lovely. Now it's a bit more visible, and we'll move this fin up so it looks less wrong. There we go. That looks like Gage. He looks a little scary, but you know what? It is a horror series, so that's kind of the point. Alright. We'll have Bo. Oh, that's right. I banished him to the unselectable corner. You can be selected now, Bo. It's okay. I forgive you. Alright. We're gonna move him and all of his fun little IK things over. And we don't want it to be individual, we want it to be median. Or maybe active. Yeah, no, active's smarter. Maybe, I don't know. I just say things sometimes. And he'll be over by Gage, giving him a good old pet. Because Gage deserves it. Lovely. They're best friends. Move this down. Tweak the fingers a little. Make that individual. X. X. No, Z. Y? Okay, I guess it's Y-axis for some reason. Lovely. W video you got? Hell yeah, thanks. Gage is probably gonna yap about old sailors' tales. Yeah, I'd imagine. He seems like the type. He's probably singing campfire songs. He's singing the wreck of the old Edmund Fitzgerald. I think that's the song. Let's move this around a little bit. Oh god, what happened to your hips? Oh, you're not supposed to look like that. What's wrong? What did I do? Oh god, how did I ruin it? Oh, I know how. His knees are backwards. That'll do it. Remember, you don't want backwards knees. They hurt and look terrible. Alright, let's lean forward. Lean to the side a little bit. Have him look at his little buddy. Tilt jaw up. But head down. There we go. Do they look friendly rendered? They do. Hooray. Friendship prevails. Alright, they're having fun. I'll bring his tail down a little bit so it has a chance to be seen by the fire. And that's bow posed. Now we need to bring... Let's see. Okay, the other animatronics are normal animals. Engage is just shark. Yeah. He's a unique one. Him and Opal. You're gonna make a video about that? Video about what? To what are you referring? Okay, so Richard's gonna be a little unique because we need to simulate for him. Otherwise, it'll look wrong. Grab everything, including the head and his bird elbows. He's doing a little dance. gonna have to simulate cloth here. Yep, I'm gonna have to simulate cloth. That's okay. What do we do with Richard? I want him just blocking Gage. Oh boy, is that because I have... Yeah, we want medium point. There we go, that's better. I mean, Foxy's head, yay, hell yeah. Congratulations! Recently used your method on the fuzz texture, like what Bo has. It's super nice. I put it on a T-Rex-esque model based on the Rockefeller explosion animatronics. Hell yeah, glad to hear it. Yeah, just adding little strands of fuzz can always be, always add depth to it. Make it feel a little more real, a little more tangible. I decided to have it split in the middle of the original cast, like Funtime character. It's pretty cool. Pretty neat, pretty neat. Alright, is simulation gonna... Here, I'm gonna test if simulations are gonna behave first. And if they're not, I don't really want to deal with them too much. So let's just cache. Right now, just frame 1 to 30. Doesn't have to be crazy, just bake 30 frames. Alright, it'll take a little bit, but it doesn't take too long. Baking cookies? No, I'm baking cloth. Trust me, it's safe. And it's done. Alright, how does it look? Not good. Okay, so it's gonna be annoying. That's the answer, is it's gonna be annoying. So we're not gonna worry too much about it. Delete the bake. And just toggle it off completely. And set him back to where he's at. And we'll just grab him. I think if we have him in the original pose before we pose him, it should work fine. So we need to figure out what pose we want him to be in. Maybe he's on top of Gage. It's like a pony ride. I don't know where he'd sit, though. Because Gage's hat's right there, and his fin's right there, and he'd be way too far back right here. Alright, might have to scrap that idea. What do we do with him? What do we do with you? What does a dead Raven Man do at a campfire? Maybe we light him on fire. Maybe he's in the fire. Now this is an option. Hey Megla, which animatronic did you enjoy making the most? Probably Gage. I had a lot of fun with him. Next to Wolfgang. That's probably the obvious choice. You know what? I'm trying to get crazy with it. Maybe they're just sitting. Maybe they're just next to each other, sitting down at the campfire. As good old buddies, good old pals. If I set insert frame here, and then go to like, I don't know. We'll go to 30, and then we'll set them up how we want them there. Lovely. Insert. Gotta fix the legs. Don't want to grab the shin. I'm not. Oh my god. I don't know why it assumes that I want to grab more. No, stop. I just want to grab what I already have grabbed. There we go. Nope. There we go. That kind of works. Not entirely what I wanted, but okay, there we go. We'll put him like that. Because he's a silly Billy. GZ. down just a little bit. Bring his head down as well. A little more up. There we go. It's like he's curious. The bat animatronic part of those animatronics, it's its own thing. A little standalone character for stream. Just put his little crow raven. He's a raven, he's not a crow. Put his little raven wings down to his sides. Alright, now if we go back to his claw sim, turn it on. Oh god, he's naked. Hide your shame. Delete all bake and bake from 1 to 140. And we'll give it a second. I'm gonna let it get to like 20 to make sure I'm not baking something that's useless. Give it a second to cook. And is it good? Yes. Yeah, it's doing what I want it to do. Alright, cool. Now we just delete bake and we'll bake it and it'll be good and it will work and it will be lovely. By the way, I really love this series. Keep up the good work. Thank you. Glad to hear it. Alright, now I need to let the raven bake in the oven for like another 2 minutes. You don't want your raven baking for too long, otherwise it comes out with all crispy feathers and that's not good. Ruins the flavor. But you gotta let it settle. It's probably gonna be good by 60 frames, I'd imagine. I don't know why it wouldn't have settled. But I'll give it time. How are you guys doing? Ooh, I have a new YouTube feature. What is this? Oh, it's the members only live stream thing. Why would I'm not evil. I'm not gonna do that. I can start a Q&A. Or a poll. But I could already do those before. Alright, 60 frames. How's it doing? Yep, he looks like he's sitting. And it doesn't look wrong. So I'll leave it. We'll render frame 67. It's nice. Alright, now we do you. Sit next to your raven. Should really make these into bone groups, but I'm lazy. You know. Oh, I'm not trying to do symmetrical. There we go. I selected something wrong here. That'll do it. Alright, cool. I have a question. Will there be an episode that tells more about the Chainsaw Massacre incident? Kinda. You're gonna learn more about it by the time the series is over, for sure. It won't be entirely ambiguous, but it's probably gonna still have some stuff you'll need to figure out for yourself. Bring him down in the snow. Now, I think, because Wolfgang's just cool like that, he'd do that thing where, like, he has one knee up, you know? And he, like, rests his weapon on it, because he's, like, super cool and awesome. And he's just badass like that. And then one is sitting out, like normal. That's a broken leg. Look at that. Doesn't that just look comfy? Ooh. Yeah, gonna need to get that checked. Oh god. Hold on. Oh, just relax. Alright, there we go. It's fixed, kind of. Oh, I'm doing it along global, that's why. There we go. Now it's making more sense. And we'll break your leg back into position, and there you go. Rotate that that way. Bring it down. Bring that forward-ish. Just kind of makes his legs look broken. I'll just set him up like that. It's fine. It's not that big a deal. We need to get rid of his bow and arrow, though. It's clogging up the whole scene. Get out of here. You're not wanted. There we go. Put a little hand behind. And bring it down. Is that touching the ground? It is. Just barely. Thank goodness. Lovely. And then we can bring this back. Not quite, but get the idea. There we go. I think if we adjust the head, it's going to look a lot better. Lovely. Max probably most likely. Oh, okay. You're replying to them. I see now. And we'll move this hand back here and you won't think about it. It'll be implied to be on the floor, but you won't see it. And the tail needs to be curved. Hold on. Individuals. There we go. Now it's a tail. Does it look like he's looking at the fire? No. Let's fix it. There we go. Now it looks like he's looking at the fire. Opal's just kind of back here. Probably going to be pretty easy to pose. I just need to move her forward and then make her open up her mouth a little. G, Y. Maybe head up. That works. Lovely. Move her back a little more. How's that look rendered? Well, we need more lighting, so we need to do more cheating, like we did with Gage. Fake it till you make it. Alright, same thing for Opal for sure. And definitely needed for our boy, Richard, because he's very dark. He's just dark and mysterious and edgy like that. This is looking good. Lovely. Then we have Mackenzie in the center. Tying everything together. We're gonna make Lila next, but I just want to get Mackenzie in position. Bring her down a little. Lovely. And then Lila here. I'll put her board right there. Lovely. It's coming together. Back after doing the torso and even the hook. You move faster in modeling than I do. That's for sure. I take forever to model. issue is that I'm a perfectionist. So I can't just like make the thing and then make it good later. I have to make it as good as I possibly can first before I feel like I'm done working on it. Oh, don't want a mirror. It's not what I wanted. Alright, there we go. Alright, so she's not gonna be sitting. She's kind of gonna be doing the little, like, crawly golem thing. Foot forward. Move legs outward. Active is what we want. Nope. Normal. There we go. Lovely. Now we move the hands down. Gotta rotate them a little. Make them claw-like. Oh yeah, individual. There we go. It's coming together. I think we... Hold on, let's do these ones first. I think they're on different axes. Or maybe I do them individually? I'll just do them individually. Lovely. Coming along nicely. And then last, we have to do Mackenzie. See. Cool. We'll move the ears to the right to subtly imply motion. Also make her look a little more scrungly, kind of like a Bingus, you know? There we go. Alright, how's she looking? Do you mind telling me your Discord server link? I do not have a Discord. Many people have asked for one, but I have yet to make one. It's one of those things where it's just I'm very OCD about, like, stuff that I make. So if I know if I made a Discord, it's like, okay, I'd have to, like, ambiently dedicate a bunch of attention to it all the time. And, like, I wouldn't be able... It's, like, you know that thing where you... I don't know if it's OCD or ADHD or whatever, but, like, it's that thing where you kind of, like... If you have, like, a phone call that you need to make at, like, say... like, 4 p.m. Then, from the moment you wake up at 8 a.m. until 4 p.m., your entire brain is just like, okay, I have to make that call at 4 p.m., so I'm not allowed to do anything yet, you know? That's partly how my brain works, and also I would have to have complete control over it. I can't do that feasibly, so... Alright, Mackenzie, you're the last one. I'm gonna hide the fur again for viewport purposes. Mackenzie, you big bear. It's time to pose you, make you look imposing and scurry. Bring that up. So she's a little taller because I modeled her a little shorter on accident. Rotate these inward. Lovely. I'll rotate this one this way. A little bit outward, a little bit up. Cool. Does that show up in the render? It does. Actually, we can make it a render region so it's a little less annoying to tweak. Yeah, there we go. How do I send you fan art? You can tag me on Twitter, which I would actually have to look up. It's been so long since I've used Twitter, I'd have to look up what my tag even is. Go to my phone. It's Megla _ and that's all lowercase 3 capital D. Tag me there, I'll see it. Or if you tag Megla Official in a community post on YouTube, I'll see it that way too. Those are the two main ways. I also have Blue Sky, but I don't really use Blue Sky much. Alright, let's rotate this a little bit. We'll give her the Kubrick stare. Let's make her that much more spooky. I said render there. Why is it not listening to me? Is it Control B? Yeah, it's Control B. Okay. I was stinky. Sneaky brained. Rotate X. We'll lower the lids a little bit. No, we'll raise them. Let's raise them just a little bit, not too much. Yeah, there we go. That's the vibe. And her whole body. Yeah, she's oh brick shit house. Good lord, look at her. Yeah, that's looking good. That looks perfect. I like it. Although Lila's a little bright. Can I fix Lila being a little bright? Or actually, no, it'll look better with the fur, won't it? Hold on. Because that'll kind of diffuse it. Let me... Oh, I'm in pose mode. That'll do it. Actually, wait, let's... Hold on. I want to add a couple more touch-ups to Mackenzie. There we go. Tilt her head a little bit. Let's tilt it this way. And make sure the eyes are lined up. That's important to get right. Needs to go up a little bit. Hold on, I'm trying to do global. Medium. Z is the move. There we go. X. There we go. Perfect. She's looking a little scary. Will there be an animatronic inspired by Springtrap in your series? Most likely not. Honestly, that looks pretty much good. I wanted to check Lila with the fur, though. You know what they say? Apple bottom jeans. Boots with the fur. With the fur. The whole club looking at her. Right, there we go. Yeah, it definitely looks better with the fur on. Alright, let me just render that. Can add it for editing, although actually I'm gonna bring Opal upward a bit. Is she floating? Yes, but you can barely tell, and it makes the poster look better. Alright. Save that, and then I need to export it, but I want to make sure I'm not booting up any spoilers, so have a fun look at this desktop background for a minute. Alright. Output file. Yeah, see, that would have potentially been a spoiler. Where do we want to output it? Let's go. Will it? See, I was telling you I made one of my hard drives literally just for Blender stuff. I literally called the drive Will It Blend. Blender animations, thumbnails, tutorial, no. Brushes, posters. There we go. Macken's BRB, or BRB Proto. Because it's not going to be perfectly done yet. Frame 67, resolution, we don't want 720p, that's too small. 1920 by 1080 will do. So we're going to shrink that down too. Save it and render image. Alright. And look at it go, look at it work. It's so wondrous. Is it pain in the butt when adding the rig? Yeah, sometimes. I'm not the biggest fan of weight painting, but I've learned to enjoy the process as I've kind of figured it out over time. Gotten better at it. Kenzie looking fire, thanks. Glad to hear it. Animatronics designs are so good that I don't know which one could be my favorite. I appreciate that. It's very kind. It's rendering kernels again, whatever that means. I genuinely have no clue what that could possibly mean, but I know it's important, so... Everyone be patient. God, I'm hungry. So how y'all doing? What y'all been up to? Watch any good movies? Any good shows? Play any good games? How we feeling? Like I said, I've been watching a lot of Adventure Time lately. It's honestly a timeless show. Dungu, what about you? Lots of Adventure Time. And 3D modeling. So I'd say pretty good. Heyo, welcome. We're doing my favorite part of 3D stuff, which is waiting on things to work. So you joined at just the opportune moment. God, I'm hungry. We got some. I'm so hungry. We got some spicy like chicken macaroni stuff chilling in the fridge, just waiting. It's got my name on it. As soon as this stream is over, I am going to consume. Making a game and a series is stressful. Yeah. If anyone understands, believes me, it's me. Except I'm only making a series, so I'm only doing half that. It's stressful, but it's worth it. Kenzie, a girl or a boy? A girl with a hormone imbalance that causes her to have antlers somehow. Some of my computers like that when I have to wait when rendering something. Yeah. It's weird because it's kind of a crapshoot, because sometimes it'll make me wait for rendering kernels forever, and other times it won't. You know what it might be? It might be because I'm streaming. I think it's probably like that's impeding a lot of its renderability. There it goes, look! It's beautiful. This is how long it takes to render a single frame. I'm back, baby. Welcome, Goofy. You got back just in time. The render is complete. Beautiful. Look at that. Although, honestly, I might... Just to have... Actually, you know... Okay, hold on. I always said that'd be it, but I think we want to upgrade it to 4K. 3840 by 2160. I don't think we have to wait for render kernels again. That would be very angry if we had to wait for render kernels again. Alright. Render image. And we already have kernels done. Yeah, now it's just initializing. We're good. gonna lie, the series is very amazing to watch. I've been binge watching, and the lore behind Mackenzie's Learning Lodge is very interesting. Glad to hear it. Gage and Bo are so cute. They're just little cutie patooties. They were friends. Gage and Opal, they have to be on opposite sides of the screen or else they'll rip each other's heads off, but, you know. Will Mackenzie's have a more prominent role like her colleagues in a future episode? Yes. Mackenzie is not going to be forgotten. I've kind of been trying to make each character's section pretty unique to them and what they're supposed to kind of be like. And Mackenzie, I have a interesting plan for her. The trouble is, I really wish YouTube didn't have like all these issues with like copyrighted music being such a death nail for your channel, because there's a song that I'd really want to use for her section. I'll look up the name and you all can listen to it afterward. It's like a classical music piece. It's from the Grand Canyon Suite by Ferd Groff. And it's, which one is it? It's Grand Canyon Suite 3 On the Trail. I can't play a bit of it because I'll get immediately nuked from orbit by YouTube's copyright detection system, but if I were to use a song for her section, I'd love to use that song. So that could potentially give you an idea of what it's going to be like. All right, I need to hide the screen so that I don't spoil anything. One saving. Image, save as, stream UI, Mac, element 1. Save. Alright, cool. And now we're out of Blender. We don't need to do any blending now. We just need to do editing and drawing. I'm good at editing. I'm not that good at drawing, but we're gonna do it anyway, because you know what? The indomitable human spirit or something. If you were to make the old models, how challenging would it be? The old and new models look very cool either way. I think it would be difficult to make it exact, but as long as it was like I'm just getting the vibe, I think I could probably make them quicker than I made both the originals and the remix. I think having the vision in mind definitely makes it like a lot easier to kind of get done. That, and I've started doing this thing because there's like my brain. What do we want this to be? Let's just make this. I'll make it 4K. Why not? 3840 by 2160. There we go. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, there's no, it's gone again. I forgot. Well, here's a canvas. Or wait, no, I have to pull up the file. Sorry, never mind. Good. Look at, stare into Mackenzie's eyes again. She wants to kill. All right, Mac element 1. Insert as new layer, and then we want this moon PNG, so insert as new layer for the moon, and then I need to download some fire, so I'm gonna download fire, and then fire is gonna be another thing. And then it'll be fine. It'll be all good. I'm an artist and it's very stressful when making the series, but fun. Yeah, it's one of those things where if you're not... Honestly, I feel like if you're not, to some extent, suffering when making art, then you're not really making the art, are you? That's why I absolutely detest AI art, quote-unquote AI art, because you're just skipping the entire suffering process, and that's part of that's the point. Fire, do they make transparent GIFs? Wait a minute, I think I'll need a green screen. You know what, for now, I'll add the fire here. Here's what we're gonna do. Because we're also already almost at 2 hours now. I'll just make the general still image element, and then later on, I'll go back and I'll add all the moving stuff, like the fire effects and the BRB screen, and maybe some like fireflies or something if I'm feeling fancy. But for now, we just need to get this set up proper. And I need to eat food. Kenzie has aura like that? Yeah, for real. Alright, paint layer. Let's just nuke all this. We don't need this. Cut. Resize. That's definitely way too big. Move the moon up here. We'll make it tinier. Alright. We're gonna take this. Yeah, there we go. Lock the aspect ratio. We'll move this on down. Probably to about here. This needs to be behind with 4K elements, so it's a little laggy. Let's add a background that's just black. Just pure black. That's not pure black, that's gray. There we go, pure black. Megla, can you read the lore to my knowledge? What do you mean? Elaborate. Which is your favorite animatronic from the Rockfire explosion? I don't know. I kind of like the gorilla dude. He's pretty cool. Do you think later down the road there will be a new characters to the series? Probably not to this specific series. There will be characters that you haven't seen before, potentially, but they're not necessarily new characters, so... on Blender, I found a way to add transparent images to my models. Yeah, that's... it also depends on if you're doing cycles or Eevee, how it works, but once you figure that out, it's a pretty powerful tool. Alright, we're gonna start erasing. Soft erasing. Can I, like, airbrush erase? Oh, yeah, this. That's what I want. Size. Okay, let's see if I can... There we go. Okay, and we kind of want this to disappear off into the nothing. That was a bit too strong. No, because I don't want to cut out Opal completely, but... Okay, there we go. Let's not get rid of the foreground element too much. Get rid of the right just a bit. I'll definitely get rid of this up here. Okay, cool. Cool. We're doing good. To the Lord Mackenzie's Learning Lodge, to my knowledge, Mackenzie's opened, and sometime later, Mackenzie got a chainsaw and killed lots of people, and then they closed for years and reopened. It's an interesting assessment. I'll say that much. Alright. Now, in my mind palace, there's hills behind them that are kind of lit up in a tree line, but I can't draw well. So what we're going to do is we're just going to try and make mountains a little bit. And then see where we go from there. Let's make this smaller. Oh, that's messing up the aspect ratio. Make that smaller. Bring that down to here. They're kind of going to be a small bit of the screen. And then we're going to get creative with it. New. Or no, because I would need the sky to be a different color. One of Mackenzie's Learning Lodge would burn down in the far future. It's interesting. Okay, we need a game plan. I'm open to suggestions, but how would we do this? The sky is not blue enough for this moon. Actually, wait a minute. I'm an idiot. I know what I can do. Let's get a hard erase. Make it big. Yeah. Increase the size. Nope, not that much. More. That'll do. And I'll just get rid of this. Oh wait, no, paint. Stupid. Paint layer. Boom. Okay, so we want kind of a hill here. This will be the first hill. We don't want anything up there. So we'll just get rid of everything over there. And then second hill will be here. I'll make this sharper. Cool, cool. This is probably gonna work. I want to research the lore of Mackenzie's Learning Lodge. I don't know why. Because I left a compelling mystery. That's why. Because I'm a freaking genius. I'm not actually a genius. I'm just kind of good at making lore a little bit. As a hobby. Okay. So that'll look good. And then we add another layer. And that's going to be more bright sky a little bit. But we need to paint it. Nope. I want that to be below that. There we go. That's a little too bright. Let's darken it. Darken it more. Okay, that's looking a little more night sky-esque. I think it still needs to be a little more dark. But just a little bit. Not too dark. There we go. Okay, that's good. I like that. And now let's take this black mountain. Now let's bring that up a little bit. Okay, cool. Oh, wait, hold on. This layer still has something I need to fix. Nope, that's the wrong color. That one. There we go. Perfect. And then if we can mask these colors. Hold on. Mask. Duplicate layer. Or mask. How do I create a mask again? Duplicate layer. Layer style. Convert to transparency mask. Oh. That's not what I wanted. Hold on. Convert to filter mask. No. Wrong. Convert to something. It's gonna be one of these. To selection mask. Will that do it? So now if I were to go to this... Oh! That's not what I wanted. Oh, this is wrong. What? Can you tell I'm not very good at this? Okay, wait, hold on. I think I just need to do a selection then, right? Yeah. Okay. Copy selection to new layer. Or no, edit selection. Okay, there we go. There we go. All right, now we're cooking, kind of. Selection mask, paint layer. Yeah. Okay, so that's what I wanted it to do. And now let's make it kind of moonlighty. A little more grayish, maybe. Maybe more green, like a deep, dark green. But like still kind of bluish, so like more teal. That's not dark enough. Let's bring it darker. Okay, we need to make it airbrush, so it's softer. There we go. That kind of looks like hills a little bit. A little bit of mountains in the moonlight. That's pretty cool. I like that effect. We can just cut that layer. We don't need that anymore. Cool, cool, cool. Masterful art. Alright, and then... let's go back to this layer and kind of get rid of that because that looked like dirt. It was a little weird. Why does Mackenzie look scary while it's in the fire? Yeah, it's She's the spookiest one. Okay, using Photoshop to enhance a render is actually so smart. I didn't even think to do that. Yeah, it's a lot of stuff can... If you just render things as elements, you can do a lot more by bringing it into an external program. Obviously, I'm not the best artist. This doesn't look like a real hill, for example. But I'm just, you know, I'm just doing something simple. I'm keeping it simple. And then I'm going to add moving effects and stuff and turn it into an MP4 after. And that'll be through editing in Blender, but I can do that later. It's how long have we been going? Let's see. Pretty much almost 2 hours, which is about a good stream time. So once I get the final touches here, we should be good. Let's erase a bit more of that moon because it looks like it's in front of the hill and we don't want that. So let's hard erase that. And then soft erase so that it's blended better. There we go. And we need stars. We'll make them white little things and then change the size to like a pixel. Is that coming out properly? It should be coming out properly. Okay, there we go. I need to make it bigger, I guess. Oh wait, yeah, let's make it its own layer. Let's make it 2 pixels. There we go. Hooray! Stars! I don't know any constellations, so I'm just gonna do little dots. It'll look fine on stream, I'm sure. Damn it. The annoying thing is I have to like drag it like at least a pixel, which I don't like too much. Alright. Peak family photo for sure. This is going to be on all of your postcards for visiting Mackenzie's. This would be a messed up card to be selling in out of Mackenzie's, like, kids learning logic. Here's all of our creepy monsters. Some of them are destroyed for some reason. Why did we put that on official merch? Who knows? I will say that kind of irks me about the official like Five Nights at Freddy's logos. Sometimes is they'll always use like Withered Freddy's mechanical design in the logo of him, and it's like they wouldn't intentionally make him look like a robot. They'd make him just look like a bear. But it's whatever. It's a fake game. Who cares? All right, we got stars now. We got stars. Nemesis would be proud. Alright, now we need to... Fire's gonna come later. Let's set some filters. We want glare. Gaussian... No. Gloss blur. Blur. Blur, blur, blur. Gaussian blur. Crank it up to the max. See what happens. That's not what we want. Oh wait, that's we'd have to combine everything. Okay, let's just do that. Merge with layer below. Yes, there we go. Now we add a filter. Blur Gaussian. Or Gaussian, whichever one it is. Max it out. I want to look like I don't have glasses on. Yeah. I just want a little bit. All we want is a tiny bit. I think it's lagging. I'm trying to catch up. Let's fix that. Filter, blur, Gaussian. Nope. Let's do it by like 2 pixels. That'll do. Nothing crazy. Almost done with Foxy. Hell yeah. Eye patch was hard though. That's understandable. The like weird string shape that goes into an actual patch morphing to the body can be a little annoying to deal with. Filter. Oil paint. Do we want it to look like an oil painting? I wonder. Probably not. Sharpen. Oh. good. Sharpened. Yeah, sharpened's good. Filter. Posterize. I can make it look like a actual postcard. Nah, that ruins it. We don't want that. I'm here at every stream. It can't be a stream without me. That's true. I think some bloom would look pretty cool. You're right. That's what I was thinking. I was thinking of bloom, but then I didn't. I got to like blur for some reason. Alright, is lens blur, Gaussian blur, artistic, adjust. Where is that? Colors? No. Enhance. Map, other. Where's bloom? I know that there's a bloom option. It might be lens blur. Here, let's see what this does. No, that's not what we want. Hold on. Filter. It's probably one of these blurs, though. Blur. No. Filter. Raindrops, posterize, pixelate, oil paint, index colors, adjust. Slope, auto contrast, burn, color, desaturate, dodge, hue saturation, invert levels, color adjustment curves. Ended here, it's been a good one. Yeah, I'll probably end it here. I think, I don't know where it would be in here, but I know that Blender has one, so I'll probably do that when I cycle it through and turn it into an animation. Honestly, that's probably the better idea, because then I can add the blur on top with the fire too, and then maybe some fireflies or something. And then a little BRB here. Either way, it'll be ready by next stream. I think that's the call. For now, this is what we got, and we'll add fireflies, some fire, and then bloom and BRB text, and we'll make it into animation loop. And I think that'll be good. And then I don't have to start streams on the dot. I can start them up and then leave a little BRB screen. It'll be cool. I am back. Well, I've bad news. We're ending stream now. That's alright. Alright. Before you all go, though, don't rush away, alright? I know I said that stream's ending, but don't leave, okay? I have a poll that I want to put up. For next stream, I have 2 games. What games for next stream? Game 1 is No, I Am Not a Human. I want to play that one. I played it for a little bit and then remembered like, oh wait, I have streams that I can play games on. I should probably save it for stream. So No, I'm Not a Human is option 1, and then I think it's, let me double check, hold on. I gotta go to the stream element and find it, go to Steam. It's No Players Online. That would be the other option. So if I go back to Google. No Players Online. I'm going to start the poll and let you guys vote on what I should play next stream. But I'll get all the HUD elements and stuff wrapped up for next stream. But either way, it's been pretty fun. I'm going to let the poll run for a minute. No, I'm Not a Human. Yeah, that's the one that I'm thinking of starting. I'm going to do both at one point or another anyway. And I also have a bunch of DreadX collection stuff that I added to my list, so a lot of those I can play. But for now, we'll start with one of those two. And I'm not gonna let the poll run for too long. Yeah, it's looking like it's majority No, I'm Not Human. I did play a little bit of it to like, because I was excited about it. I was like, oh my god, it's on sale, I'll get it and I'll play it. And then I played a little bit of it and I was like, oh yeah, no, stream. I should definitely save it for stream. So I do know some of the stuff in it, but not a lot. But yeah, it's looking like it's going to be No, I'm Not a Human. So next stream, we're going to do No, I'm Not a Human. We'll have a lovely BRB screen ready by then. I don't know... Let me check the calendar. I don't know if next stream will be next Saturday, because again, there's going to be like Thanksgiving stuff and all that, so... when do you think the new episode will come out? It'll probably be a hot minute before a new episode comes out, so... you know, I'll definitely have a new video out sooner than a new episode, but I can't say for sure how long a new episode will take. But yeah, next time we're gonna be playing No Players, or not No Players. No, I'm Not a Human. I'll have a stream, BRB stream ready. I don't know if it'll be this Saturday because Thanksgiving plans and stuff, and family are gonna be visiting and all that. But I'll let you guys know through the community post, so I'll keep you posted there. And yeah, that's all I got. Thank you guys for showing up, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.